Hello, my North Valley family. Welcome back to my favorite part of the week. Well, one of my favorite part of the weeks. There's a lot of good parts of my week. But welcome back. I'm so glad you joined us. We are still in Unit 11. And we've been in Unit 11 for a while. And newsflash, we're going to be in it for like 3 more sessions. But that's okay because it's a really good unit. And we're talking about David. So we are getting to learn all about his life, all the way from when he was first king and a little boy, all the way through. So it's really, really good. I hope you are paying attention and going along with us. So like always, we're going to do our activity sheet first. We see our coloring sheet on the front, and that's really fun. But there's something you need to know about me. I love all kinds of puzzles. That means like jigsaw puzzles, Sudoku puzzles, word searches, and crossword puzzles. And look what's on the activity sheet this week. It's a crossword puzzle. I got so excited when I saw that. I have to do this one. I love these. All right, and our big picture question once again is, how is Jesus the perfect king? How is Jesus the perfect king? Well, Jesus perfectly rules over the universe as the King of Kings. Jesus perfectly rules over the universe as the King of Kings. The King of Kings, the only king. Our key passage still is from Psalm 145, chapter 145, verse 13, and it says, "Your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and your dominion endures throughout all generations. The Lord is faithful in all his words and kind in all his works." Psalm 145, verse 13. I love hearing this every week, and we get to keep hearing it, and that's a good reminder throughout our week. So, like I said earlier, we are still in Unit 11, and we are still talking about David. So we are in 2 Samuel chapter 9. Now, we are starting off with David still as the king of Israel, and he was a good king of Israel. He defeated his enemies, and he obeyed God. He was kind to his people that he ruled over. He was not an unkind king. He did exactly as God asked him to do. Now, one day, David thought about King Saul and his family. David and Saul's son, Jonathan, had been best friends, and he had promised to be kind to Jonathan's family. Now, David wondered if anybody from Saul's family was still alive. So David said to one of Saul's servants, he said, I want to show kindness to Saul's family. Is anyone still alive from that family? Now, the servant said, yes, Jonathan's son is still alive. He's the one whose feet were injured, and he is still alive. Now, the servant told David where Jonathan's son lived. Now, his name is kind of hard, so stick with me. I'm going to pronounce it as best as I can. But his name was Mephibosheth, and David called for him to his palace in Jerusalem. Now, when Mephibosheth arrived, he bowed down before David to show respect. "Mephibosheth," David said, and Mephibosheth answered, "I am your servant." "Don't be afraid," said David. "I made a promise to your father Jonathan, and I want to show you kindness for your father's sake." David told him what he would do for him. He said, "I will give you all of the land that belonged to your grandfather Saul. Also, I want you to eat all of your meals at my table," meaning he would serve him all of his meals in his own home. Now, Mephibosheth bowed down, and he said, "Why would you show me such kindness to someone like me?" And he wondered about that, and he didn't quite understand. And David made sure that Saul's servants would take care of the land for Mephibosheth because his feet were injured. And from that time on, Mephibosheth lived at the palace and ate his meals at King David's table, as if he were one of the kings, as if he was one of King David's sons. So King David showed surprising kindness to this man, even though he didn't have to. God was not telling him directly to do this. Now, in a greater way, God shows surprising kindness to us too, right? We don't deserve all the stuff that God gives us, like beautiful trees that we see every day and the flowers, and we sin every day, and yet God still shows us all of that kindness. So this is a great picture of the kindness that God shows us that we don't deserve, and how we can show kindness to other people that might not deserve it either. So that was our story, 2 Samuel chapter 9, and next week we are going to keep on going through David, and we have 2 more sessions left in Unit 11 all about David. So make sure that you keep coming back so we can continue to learn about him together. Bye!